Let's get one thing straight. Most men waste their time chasing women who don't even want them. They sit around, overanalyzing texts, waiting for signs that she might change her mind. But here's the brutal truth. When a woman isn't interested, she's not confused, she's not playing hard to get, she just doesn't want you. And the worst mistake a man can make is ignoring the obvious signs, convincing himself that if he just tries harder, she'll suddenly see his value. Welcome to Man of Substance, and today, we're exposing the cold, hard facts on 5 things a woman will do if she's not interested. Pay close attention, because once you recognize these behaviors, you'll never waste another second chasing a woman who's already checked out. The problem is, most men don't know when to walk away. They confuse politeness with interest. They mistake dry replies for playing hard to get. They ignore a woman's lack of enthusiasm and keep pushing, hoping she'll come around. But let me ask you something. If a woman was really into you, would you even have to wonder? Would you have to sit there questioning every little thing she says or does? No. Because when a woman wants you, she makes it clear. The reality is, women communicate disinterest in ways that men often overlook. Sometimes it's subtle, like her making excuses instead of plans. Other times it's blatant, like her ignoring your calls or taking hours to text back. But no matter how it shows up, one thing is certain. If she's not interested, she'll do everything in her power to keep you at arm's length. And here's where most men mess up. Instead of recognizing these behaviors as red flags, they try harder. They double text. They give more attention, hoping it'll change her mind. But what they don't realize is that women respect men who respect themselves. If you refuse to walk away from a woman who clearly doesn't want you, you're showing her that you don't value your time or yourself. Once you understand these signs, you'll stop wasting your energy on the wrong women and start focusing on the ones who actually want you. Now, let's get into it. Before we start, I've created a community on Podia where I break down everything you need to know, step by step. You'll get no-nonsense practical advice that will boost your confidence and help you build stronger, more meaningful connections. And the best part? The first 20 people who join will get an exclusive discount. So don't hesitate. Click the link in the description to grab your spot. If you know someone who could use this, share it with them. 1. She takes forever to reply, but she's always on her phone. Let's cut through the nonsense. If a woman likes you, she's not leaving your messages on read for hours or forgetting to reply. In today's world, everyone is glued to their phone. She sees your text. She just doesn't care enough to respond quickly. A lot of men fall into the trap of making excuses for this behavior. Maybe she's just busy, they tell themselves. Sure, she might be busy for an hour or two, but if she's really interested, she'll respond as soon as she gets the chance. The truth is, when a woman is excited about a man, she doesn't want to leave him waiting. She replies fast, she keeps the conversation going, and she doesn't make you feel like you're chasing her. But when she's not interested, her texting habits change. She replies late. Her messages are short, dry, and lifeless. She doesn't ask questions or try to keep the conversation flowing. And the worst part? She's always active online. You see her posting stories, liking posts, even commenting on other guys' pictures. But somehow, she just didn't see your text. That's not an accident. That's a choice. A lot of men ignore this sign and start overcompensating. They double text. They send a "Hey, did you see my message?" as if she forgot. She didn't forget. She's just not prioritizing you. And the more you chase, the more she loses respect for you. Now, let's put this into perspective. Imagine you text her in the afternoon, asking how her day is going. Hours pass, no response. Later that night, you check Instagram, and boom, there she is, posting selfies and responding to comments. She had time for social media, but not for you. At that point, you don't need any more signs. She's showing you exactly where you stand. When a woman truly likes you, she doesn't play games. She won't risk you losing interest by making you wait. But if she's dragging her feet, taking forever to reply, and showing you she has time for everything except you, then you already have your answer. So what should you do? Simple. Stop texting her. Stop chasing her. Stop making excuses. If she's genuinely busy but interested, she'll come back with an apology and an effort to continue the conversation. If she's not, you just saved yourself time and energy. A high-value man never waits around for a woman who treats him like an afterthought. Recognize the signs and move on. 2. She only responds, never initiates. For a woman who's genuinely interested, she will find a way to talk to you. She'll text first, call just to hear your voice, or at the very least, show some enthusiasm when you reach out. But if you're always the one starting conversations, asking questions, and keeping things alive while she just responds with bare minimum effort, then you need to wake up. She's not into you. Men get caught up in wishful thinking. They tell themselves, well, she does reply, so that must mean something. No, it doesn't. If all she's doing is responding, it means she's not invested. She's just being polite. Or worse, she's keeping you around as a backup option. A woman who wants you doesn't just wait for you to make a move, she makes moves too. Here's where men mess up. They think persistence will change her mind. So they keep texting, hoping that one day she'll suddenly wake up and start initiating conversations. But attraction doesn't work that way. If she wanted you, you wouldn't have to force it. She'd naturally want to talk to you, ask about your day, and show interest in your life. Now let's make this clear with a real-life scenario. Say you're texting a woman every day. You're always the one saying, "Good morning," always the one asking, "How was your day?" And she responds, "Sure," but she never asks you anything back. No effort, no curiosity about your life, just simple, short responses that keep the conversation from dying, but nothing more. Then one day, you decide not to text her first. And guess what? Silence. She doesn't check in, doesn't wonder where you are, doesn't care that you disappeared. That right there is your answer. A woman who likes you will not let you go days without hearing from her. She'll send a, "Hey, I haven't heard from you," or a simple, "What's up?" because she wants to talk to you. But if she never initiates, it means she doesn't care enough to. So here's the solution. Stop doing all the work. Stop texting first and see what happens. If she reaches out, good. If she doesn't, then you just confirmed what you already suspected. She's not into you. And that means it's time to move on. A high-value man never begs for attention. If she's not meeting you halfway, she's not worth the effort. 3. She's always busy, but somehow finds time for others. Let's be honest. When a woman truly wants to see you, she makes time. No excuses, no delays, no last-minute cancellations. If she's constantly telling you she's too busy, but you see her out with friends, posting selfies, or spending hours scrolling through social media, then the truth is simple. She's not too busy. She just doesn't want to spend that time with you. Most men have been in this situation before. You ask her to meet up, and she hits you with, "I've just got so much going on right now," or "Maybe another time, I'm super swamped." But then, the next day, you see her at a party, laughing, drinking, having a great time. And what do men do? They ignore the obvious. They tell themselves, maybe she really was busy. Maybe next time will be different. But it never is. A woman who is actually interested will move things around to make time for you. She might be working, she might have a packed schedule, but if she likes you, she'll squeeze you in, even if it's just for a quick coffee or a short phone call. Because when a woman truly desires a man, she doesn't risk losing him by making him feel like an afterthought. Now, here's what makes this worse. Some women keep you around with just enough breadcrumbs to give you hope. She won't say a flat-out no to your plans, but she also won't commit to anything either. She'll hit you with, "We should definitely hang out soon," but never actually follow through. And men keep waiting, thinking, well, she said she wants to hang out, so I just have to be patient. No. If she wanted to see you, she already would have. The moment you notice this pattern, where she's too busy for you but has time for everything else, you need to stop trying. A high-value man doesn't wait around for someone who won't prioritize him. He doesn't chase a woman who makes him feel like an option. So what's the move? You walk away. You stop initiating. You stop being available. Because if she actually wanted you, she'd never let you go that easily. And if she doesn't care when you leave, well, now you know exactly where you stood the whole time. 4. She keeps you around for attention, not attraction. Every man has been there. You're talking to a woman, she laughs at your jokes, she enjoys your company, and she's always down for a conversation. But when it comes to actually making a move, she keeps you at arm's length. She doesn't say yes, but she also doesn't say no. You're left in this frustrating in-between where it feels like something is there, but nothing ever really happens. This is what happens when a woman keeps you around for attention, not because she's genuinely attracted to you. She enjoys the validation, she likes knowing that you're interested, but she has no real desire to take things further. And the worst part? She'll never admit it. She'll keep stringing you along, making you think you have a chance, all while giving her time and energy to the men she's actually interested in. You see, women love attention. It makes them feel desired, boosts their confidence, and reassures them that they have options. And some women will hold onto a man just to keep that feeling alive, even if they know deep down they'll never actually choose him. They'll flirt just enough to keep him hooked, but never enough to let things progress. They'll entertain his texts, but never set a date. They'll call him when they need a confidence boost, but disappear when he wants something real. And here's the mistake most men make. They think they just need to be more patient. They assume that if they keep giving her attention, keep being the nice guy, she'll eventually realize that he's the one she should be with. But that's not how attraction works. If she wanted you, she wouldn't need all this extra convincing. A woman who truly desires a man will show it. She'll want to be close to him, she'll find excuses to see him, and she won't make him feel like he has to earn her affection with endless effort. But if she's only keeping you around when it's convenient for her, then you're not her priority. You're just her backup plan. So what's the move? Recognize when you're being used for attention and cut her off. Stop responding to her breadcrumbs. Stop giving her free validation, and stop playing the role of the guy who's always there when she needs an ego boost. A high-value man doesn't settle for being an option. If she's not giving you real effort, then she doesn't deserve yours either. 5. She flirts with other men in front of you. Let's get one thing straight. A woman who is genuinely interested in you will not flirt with other men right in front of you. If she respects you and values your presence, she won't do anything that makes you question your place in her life. But when a woman starts acting overly friendly, laughing a little too hard at another guy's jokes, or being touchy with other men in your presence, she's sending you a loud and clear message. You're not the one she wants. Some men brush this off, thinking, maybe she's just friendly. No, there's a difference between being social and intentionally making you feel like you're in competition. A woman who likes you won't create unnecessary competition. She'll make it clear that you're the only one she's interested in. But if she's openly entertaining other men, especially while you're right there, then you need to accept the truth. She doesn't see you as someone she has to impress. Here's where a lot of guys mess up. Instead of recognizing the sign and walking away, they get jealous. They try to compete. They start overcompensating, talking louder, making jokes, or trying to pull her attention back. But guess what? That just lowers your value in her eyes. You look insecure. You look like a man fighting for her approval instead of a man who knows his worth. Now let's make this real. Imagine you're at a social gathering with a woman you've been seeing. She's standing next to you, but the moment another guy enters the conversation, her energy shifts. Suddenly, she's laughing a little louder, touching his arm when she talks, and giving him the kind of attention she never gives you. You feel the shift, but you tell yourself, maybe I'm overthinking it. Then, a few minutes later, she turns back to you like nothing happened. No explanation. No acknowledgement. She expects you to just accept it. This is where most men fail. They let it slide. They keep entertaining her, hoping she'll eventually see their value. But the truth is, if she respected you, she wouldn't put you in that position in the first place. So what's the move? You don't argue, you don't beg for her attention, and you definitely don't get jealous. You step back. You disengage. If a woman is bold enough to flirt with other men in front of you, she's showing you exactly how little she values you. A high-value man doesn't tolerate disrespect. He walks away and lets her chase him. 6. She never makes physical contact. When a woman is interested in you, physical contact happens naturally. She finds small excuses to touch you, a playful nudge, a light touch on your arm, or even just standing close enough for you to notice. It's subtle but deliberate. Attraction isn't just about words. It's about energy, body language, and the way someone gravitates toward you. But when a woman never makes physical contact, that's a problem. If she actively avoids it, keeps her distance, or even subtly pulls away when you try to get close, she's sending you a clear message. She doesn't see you that way. And the worst part? A lot of men ignore this. They tell themselves, maybe she's just shy. Maybe she needs time to feel comfortable. No. Women know exactly what they're doing. When they like a man, they create opportunities for touch, whether it's accidental or intentional. If she's keeping that barrier up, it's because she's not attracted to you in that way. Now, here's where a lot of guys go wrong. They keep trying. They keep testing the waters, hoping she'll change her mind. They think, if I just wait a little longer, if I just prove I'm a good guy, she'll eventually want me. But that's not how attraction works. You can't convince a woman to want you. If she's interested, she'll show you. And if she's not, you'll feel it. This is where men need to wake up. A high-value man doesn't chase after a woman who clearly isn't drawn to him. He pays attention to the signs and acts accordingly. If she's keeping her distance, if she never initiates contact, if she seems physically uncomfortable when you're near, then respect yourself enough to walk away. And let's be honest, when a woman is into you, she won't even have to think about it. Her body language will say it all. She'll lean in when you speak. She'll find reasons to touch you. And she won't act like there's an invisible wall between you. Women don't make physical contact with men they aren't attracted to. If she's not drawn to you naturally, that's your answer. So what's the move? Stop making excuses. If she's never showing physical interest, stop wasting your time. A high-value man doesn't need to beg for affection. He commands it effortlessly. If she's not giving you that energy, then the best thing you can do is walk away like a man who knows his worth. 7. She tells you about other men. A woman who is genuinely interested in you is not going to talk about other men in a way that makes you feel like just another option. If she truly likes you, she won't bring up the guy who's been texting her, the co-worker who asked her out, or the friend who's been flirting with her. But if she's constantly mentioning other men, especially in a way that makes you question where you stand, she's sending you a message. You're not the one she wants. Too many men ignore this and tell themselves, she's just being open with me. Maybe she wants me to know I have competition. No. If a woman truly wants you, she won't make you feel like you have to compete for her attention. She'll give you her attention. If she's talking about other men, it's because she sees you as a friend, a therapist, or worse, a backup plan. And let's be honest, this is where men need to wake up. If a woman you like is sitting there, telling you about how confused she is about another guy, or how she doesn't know what to do about some man who's pursuing her, you are not in the position you think you are. A woman who respects and desires you will not risk pushing you away by talking about other men. But a woman who doesn't see you that way, she has no problem doing it because she knows you're not a priority. Now, here's where most men mess up. They play along. They listen. They give advice. They pretend it doesn't bother them. And in doing so, they reinforce their position as not the man she wants. She sees them as safe, non-threatening, and someone to vent to, not someone to pursue. So what's the move? The moment a woman starts talking about other men, stop entertaining it. Change the subject, disengage, or make it clear you're not interested in hearing about her options. If she's doing it to get a reaction, she'll see that you're unbothered. If she's doing it because she truly doesn't see you that way, then you've just saved yourself time and energy. A high-value man doesn't sit around listening to a woman talk about the men she actually wants. If she's interested, she'll focus on you. If she's not, she'll remind you, directly or indirectly, that other men exist. And when that happens, you don't fight for her attention. You walk away and let her chase you. All right, men, let's keep it real. If a woman is doing any of these things, she's not interested. And the worst thing you can do is stick around hoping she'll change her mind. She won't. A woman who truly wants you makes it obvious. She won't play games, send mixed signals, or make you question where you stand. And if you find yourself chasing, waiting, or making excuses for her behavior, it's time to wake up. At the end of the day, a high-value man doesn't beg for attention. He walks away from women who don't see his worth. That's the mindset you need to have. No more wasting time, no more second-guessing. If she's not showing up for you, let her go and focus on the women who actually will. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been in a situation where a woman was giving you these signs? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. I'll be checking the comments and reaching out because this is a conversation every man needs to have. Stay sharp, stay focused, and most importantly, know your worth. If you're looking to take a deeper dive into these concepts, join my Podia community, link in the description. It's packed with powerful insights to help you master your masculinity in today's dating world. Stay strong, stay focused, and protect your power. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.